Man, what's up with my family members? You feel what I'm saying? I got another reaction video for y'all today, man. And you already know, man. You know my slogan, man. Mm, mm, Another sad situation we have here. And before we get into the video, man, I just want to say, man, I want to thank my subscribers. Subscribe to my channel, staying loyal, man. Hitting that like, leaving comments. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, don't forget to hit that bell, though. Because you hit that bell, man, you know you get notified every time I drop a hit, man. Stay loyal, and I'm staying loyal to dropping these videos every day for y'all. And then if you're new to my channel, man, do the same thing. Like, comment, subscribe. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, hit that bell. Because I'm coming with bangers, man, every day, man. So stay tuned in. Stay loyal. You feel me? Don't subscribe and then unsubscribe to your boy, man. Stay loyal because I'm staying loyal to y'all by continuing to drop these video reactions for y'all. You dig what I'm saying? And it's a sad situation because it say he wanted to leave no witness. The Leicester Street Massacre. But so I remember this a while back. Not this video. I ain't seen this one. With bruh, you feel me? It was very sad, man. He had you in tears, man. If you a good heart person, you feel what I'm saying? It's something that you can't see, hear, or want to even pay attention to. You feel me? That's how sad the situation was. But let's get into this video and see what they talking about, man.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the state has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the statutory aggravating circumstance or circumstances so listed above outweigh any mitigating circumstances. Therefore, we, the jury, unanimously find that the punishment for the defendant, Jessie Dotson, shall be death. May God have mercy on your soul, sir.
March 3rd, 2008. Officer Randall Davis of the Memphis Police Department responds to a welfare check at 722 Leicester Street in the Binghamton neighborhood of Memphis, Tennessee. Relatives of the home's resident, Cecil Dotson, had been unable to reach him by phone or in person for nearly 2 days. When Davis approaches the house, he discovers the door is already open. He steps inside and finds the body of an adult male lying beside a television. As he moves further into the home, he discovers a horrific scene. 6 people, including 2 young children, lay dead throughout the house. 3 other children, all critically wounded, had somehow survived for over 40 hours. This would become known as the worst mass murder in Memphis history. And the man responsible was someone the victims had trusted completely. This is the story of Jessie Dotson and the Leicester Street Massacre. Jesse Lee Dotson Jr. was born on December 19, 1974 in Memphis, Tennessee. From the very beginning, his life was marked by chaos and instability. His mother would frequently leave the home and her children, once going on a church trip to North Carolina and returning with a boyfriend. His father regularly beat his mother, prompting her to eventually take the children and leave him. According to a mitigation specialist, Glory Shettles, who studied Dotson's background for the defense, Jesse had apparently grown up in poverty. He and his siblings lacked proper clothing and were mocked at school as a result. Jesse was bullied relentlessly because of what he wore, and he began to miss school frequently to avoid the ridicule. He had to repeat the 4th grade due to chronic absenteeism. By 8th grade, at age 16, Jesse had dropped out of school entirely and entered the juvenile court system. However, even before dropping out, Jesse had already demonstrated violent tendencies. In 1990, when he was just 15 years old, Jesse was charged with disorderly conduct for making threats against his own mother. That same year, he was also charged with assault after a 13-year-old reported that Jesse punched him in the face and threatened to hospitalize him if he didn't bring him money the next day. In 1991, police arrested Jesse for disorderly conduct again after his mother reported that he came home wanting to fight his brother. During the incident, he broke down a door and punched several large holes in the walls of their home. He then pointed his finger in his mother's face and told her he was going to kill her. Officers had to be called to calm him down. On December 13th, 1991, just 6 days before his 17th birthday, police pulled over a car in which Jesse was a passenger. Inside, they found him in possession of a sawed-off shotgun and a pistol. He was subsequently arrested. In 1992, Jesse was again charged with disorderly conduct after an incident in which he cursed at a neighbor during an argument and threw 2 beer bottles at her apartment. Then on January 8, 1994, 19-year-old Jessie Dotson committed his first murder. Residents of the Foot Homes public housing development heard gunshots around 11 p.m. and went to investigate. They found the body of 43-year-old Hallie Ralph Cox, dressed in painter's clothes, shot once in the head. The murder was one of 9 committed in Memphis during the first 9 days of 1994. The killing had stemmed from a drug deal gone bad. Cox had purchased what he thought was crack cocaine from Jessie, but later discovered it was nothing more than soap shavings. When Cox confronted Jessie about the fake drugs, the two men argued and Jessie shot and killed him. The murder remained unsolved for months, prompting police to offer a $1,000 reward for information. On May 5th, 1994,
$1,000. Hey, back in the days, '94, that shit was a lot of money. You had $1,000, you could buy 5 cars with $1,000. But the fools is out there selling fake shit to get by, man. He had a mental situation going on, man. That's crazy. So he been through a lot as a kid. When they say somebody been through a lot and it's the reason why they act the way they act, man, sometimes that shit could be true, because that shit probably was mentally beating his ass, watching his mama get beat by his dad or whatever stepdad he said. You feel me? That shit will fuck with your head in the long run. Probably was other little things, and he was jealous of his brother. So he probably was jealous already of his brother, because he probably was getting the special. You know, moms feel like they playing, people sometimes feel like they playing favoritism with sons. Like, so he probably feel like he was the favorite one, you know what I'm saying? And moms, like a type of Ice Cube and Boys in the Hood type of situation like that. Let's get back into it.
Finally arrested Jessie Dotson in connection with the case. Jessie was a first-degree murder, but he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder as part of a plea deal and agreed to 18 years in prison. He was first eligible for parole after about 5.5 years. However, Jessie did not receive parole for 13 years. As part of his parole conditions, he was required to serve the remainder of his prison sentence if he was ever caught with a weapon or drugs, or if he was involved in any other criminal activity. He ultimately served 14 years in prison for the murder and was released on August 27, 2007. His parole later officially ended on January 26, 2008.
He rarely got mail, visitors, or even phone calls, and he seemed to harbor ill feelings against his family, especially his brother Cecil.
He stayed in there with me about 3 months. He told me about he was gonna do something to his brother when he got out. When he got out, he was gonna do something. He couldn't leave no witness behind. Never talk about violence. I always talk about robbing people. I always talk about doing something for folks.
Upon his release from prison, Jessie moved in with his sister, Nicole Dotson, at her apartment in Goodwill Village in Memphis. He began working with his father, Jessie Dotson Sr., as a painter. Despite the hostile relationship he'd had with his family throughout his youth, Jessie rekindled his relationship with his younger brother, 30-year-old Cecil Dotson. Cecil worked as a maintenance man at an apartment building and rented a house at 722 Leicester Street, just north of Summer Avenue in the Binghamton neighborhood. Cecil lived there with his girlfriend, 27-year-old Marissa Renee Williams, who was the mother.
So all that shit was probably boiling up in him, like, cause you could tell, man, he don't got it all, man. Like, his mind ain't, like, it ain't developed where it's supposed to develop the way it's supposed to be. He letting his mind dictate his life, that is, his self dictate his own life. He let his mind take control of it, and he just a loose cannon out there, you feel what I'm saying? But that shit probably was balling up all in, and like when he was in jail, like, motherfuckers ain't cut. But hey, that shit hurt a motherfucker when nobody don't come see you, visit you, or no letters, no phone calls, and you in there starving. You gotta get help from other motherfuckers. Like, that shit will hurt. That shit'll boil inside you, man. That shit would make you go crazy, but it won't make you go here and do some stupid shit. What he did though, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, man. So it was something else. His mentalness wasn't there, man. Like, he was missing a couple of screws, and they should have seen that ahead of time, man. See that he needed more than just jail time. He needed real help. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get back into this shit.
4 of his children. However, even with the renewed relationship, tensions between Jessie and Cecil remained. On January 29, 2008, just 3 days after Jessie's parole ended, Jessie, Cecil, and several other men were playing cards at Cecil's home. After the card game, Jessie stood up, put on Cecil's leather jacket and began to walk out of the house. Cecil confronted him about taking his jacket. However, it's not clear if this escalated into a major argument. On Saturday, March 1st, 2008, Jessie Dotson Sr., Jesse Jr., and William Waddell, Cecil's and Jesse's half-brother, went to Cecil's Leicester Street home to watch a televised University of Memphis basketball game. Marissa Williams and the 5 children were also present. However, the group was unable to watch the game because Cecil's television could not receive the broadcast. Jesse Sr. left Cecil's house around 6 o'clock or 6:30 p.m., and as he was leaving, he saw Cecil on the porch cleaning his grill and preparing to barbecue. Later that evening, 2 of Cecil's friends arrived at the house, 33-year-old Hollis Seals and 22-year-old Shindri Robertson. The group spent the evening together, and at some point, Jesse Jr., Cecil, and Hollis Seals left the house and drove to an acquaintance's apartment. They eventually returned to Leicester Street. Unfortunately, things take a much darker turn from here. It's now March 2nd, 2008. In the early hours of the morning, Jessie Dotson would get into an intense argument with Cecil. The argument eventually escalated into a physical fight and altercation. During the argument, Jesse would brandish a semi-automatic handgun and then proceed to shoot his brother multiple times, killing him. Jesse decided that he would not leave any witnesses behind to his crime, disturbingly echoing a similar threat he had conveyed to a former cellmate of his while he was serving time for murder.
He was gonna do something to his brother when he got out. He was gonna do something he couldn't leave no witness behind.
Jesse would first shoot Marissa Williams. He then shot Hollis Seals and Shindri Robertson. All 4 adults in the house would die of gunshot wounds. And even more disturbingly, Jesse would set his sights on the young children in the home. Instead of continuing to use his gun, however, he'd grab wooden boards from inside the house and several kitchen knives. He had told police later that he'd run out of bullets. Jesse would attack 4-year-old Samario Dotson. He then attacked 2-year-old Cecil Dotson II. He also attacked 9-year-old Cecil Dotson Jr., known as CJ, 5-year-old Cedric Dotson, and 2-month-old Sania
just
Dotson.
like him too.
CJ, who would survive the ordeal, said that his uncle attacked him initially. The young boy tried to call 911, but dropped the phone when he saw his uncle standing in the doorway. CJ would ask to use the restroom, but as he entered, Jesse stabbed him. Following the gruesome massacre, Jesse tried to make it look like the crime was related to gang violence. He moved bodies, disposed of some of the weapons, and collected cartridge casings. He also planted several drugs on some of the adult victims and fled the scene using CJ's bicycle, hiding it at his girlfriend's house. And then, Jesse went out for dinner at a restaurant that evening, and the next day he would head out to work. For over 40 hours, nobody knew what had precisely transpired within the Leicester Street home. Neighbors in the area had not initially called emergency services as gunfire was a common occurrence, and so nobody had thought the sounds of the gunshots in the Leicester Street area was worth calling the police for. By March 3rd, 2008, Cecil's relatives contacted police after being unable to reach him. It was at this point that Officer Randall Davis would respond to the welfare check and enter the home through the front door. Inside, he would find the horrifying.
Yeah, man, I don't know what this fool was going through, man. He has a lot of jealousy and hatred against his brother, and he shouldn't have had that. That's what's wrong with us as people. So much hatred and so much jealousy of our own blood, our brother, or it could be a friend or anything, that we quick to pull the trigger and kill each other. Like, we need to stop. Enough is enough. And then, not only that, you felt that you want to take the kids out with them. Like, that's fucked up. You already did your brother and his friends and your sister-in-law, wherever, you know, all them and shit. Then you want to put the kids involved. You know what I'm saying? One was blessed because you was wrong, so God knew you was wrong. You shouldn't have did nothing like that. So he left one alive so he could tell his story, tell the side what really went down. And that's how your ass got caught up, and you deserve that shit because that was fucked up. You feel me? Now, I know people go through their shit in situations, but at the same time, you shouldn't let one little time that you did, that because you want to be out there being stupid and dumb, fucked up, and go to jail and do some time expecting somebody to, you can't expect nothing, bro. When you expect something, that's when you get hurt the most. So when you do stuff like that, don't go in there thinking like somebody go help you out, man. Cause some 9 times out of 10, and if they did, it won't last that long. You dig what I'm saying? So don't. That's one thing about going on in life, man. Don't expect nothing from nobody, man. Get your shit your own self, or don't put yourself in a situation where you feel somebody gotta turn around and help you. You dig what I'm saying? I know that's what family for, but at the same time, some family don't take it that far where they wanna help a brother out when he doing time or anything when you feel you need help. You feel me? If you're down on your last, you feel me? You can't depend. You gotta focus on yourself and try to bounce back and just do better. You feel me? So this situation off top, you should have felt like, okay, no loved ones here. When I get out, let me get back, let me get on the right track. Let me, I'm saying, let me don't worry about that. Let me do my own thing. You had a job going with your pops, you know what I'm saying? Paying, that's a good job, a good union. You feel me? You could have stuck with that, you know what I'm saying? Stay dedicated, man, and change your ways, your personality, and don't worry about the negative shit, the jealousy and hatred. You feel what I'm saying, towards your brother, because what he have and what he got, you wanted his life. You couldn't have his life. You gotta have your own life. Start your own lane. You know what I'm saying? Make your own path. You did what I'm saying? Now these kids, you took away futures. You feel me? One survived, but at the same time, he lost his whole family, bro. Now this man he go through a lot and he damaged it. Then you beat him and stabbed him. That's torture, bro. What kind of animal is you, bro, to sit there and do that to your nieces and nephews, bro? You dig what I'm saying? That's hatred. That's too much jealousy that's built in you, bro. You needed to talk to someone. You dig what I'm saying? Not do what you did in that house, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into this. I just want to have my little opinion on this one.
Crime scene. Eventually, firefighters arrived, and the smell was apparently that of spoiled blood inside the home. They found CJ still alive in the bathtub. Despite a knife being stuck in his head, he had miraculously survived. They found Cedric and Senia to still be alive as well. Unfortunately, though, all other people staying in the Lester Street home that day were dead. Cecil Dotson was known to police as being affiliated with a gang known as the Gangster Disciples, and so investigators initially believed that it was a gang-related retaliation that had led to the attack. Hollis Seals also had a criminal record along with Cecil, and that included possession of illegal drugs and firearms. The surviving Dotson family members, including Jessie Dotson, were taken into protective custody. For days, police pursued the idea of the hit being related to gang activity, but on March 7, 2008, CJ was finally able to speak with investigators. When asked who was responsible for the attack, he identified his uncle, Jessie Dotson. Police immediately arrested Jessie and charged him with 6 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder.
We can all rest a little easier today. I'm pleased to announce that an arrest has been made in connection with the horrific murders at 722 Lester. Jesse L. Dotson, age 33, the brother of Cecil Dotson, is responsible for these acts. It is our belief that when Jesse left the home, he thought everyone in the home was dead. But as we all know, and by the grace of God, 3 children survived.
Jesse eventually confessed to the murders, both to police and later to his own mother. He admitted to his mother that he killed the children because they were witnesses to the murder of Cecil. In September 2010, Jessie Dotson was tried for the massacre. The trial was held in Memphis, but jurors were selected in Nashville due to intense local coverage of the case and the broadcast of his confession on A&E's series The First 48. Despite having confessed to both police and his mother, Jesse changed his plea to not guilty at trial. He claimed he had been hiding under a bed in the master bedroom when he heard others enter and begin shooting. He claimed that he didn't report the crime because gang members don't tell police about these things, and he feared being blamed due to his prior criminal record. The defense also claimed that there was no DNA evidence linking Jesse to the crime scene. Police had found unidentified fingerprints and hair from an unknown Asian individual. The defense also said that Cecil had ties to the Gangster Disciples and that this could have played a role in the killings. CJ, who was 11 at the time of the trial, took the witness stand and described the brutal scene in detail, identifying the attacker as his uncle, Jesse Dotson. This testimony would ultimately sway the jury and the court into making a decision on if Jessie was guilty or not. October 11, 2010, the jury found Jessie Dotson guilty of 6 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder. The following day, the jury would take less than 2 hours to sentence Jessie to death. He was given 6 death sentences for the 6 murders. At a separate sentencing hearing on November 8, 2010, Judge James Beasley imposed an additional 120 years in prison for the 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder to be served consecutively. The 3 surviving children were taken in by their grandmother, Ida Anderson, who was also the mother of victim Marissa Williams. Jessie Dotson currently sits on death row at the Riverbend Maximum Security Institution in Nashville, Tennessee. With 6 death sentences, he currently holds the highest number among inmates on Tennessee's death row. He continues to maintain his innocence and has filed multiple appeals, claiming that his confession was coerced and that he received ineffective assistance of counsel. In 2024, he filed a 249-page petition asking the court to vacate his conviction and death sentence, alleging that police forced him to falsely confess and that his nephew's testimony was unreliable due to medication. However, CJ continues to maintain his story and says that Jessie is simply trying to lie. To this day, the Lester Street Massacre remains the worst mass murder in Memphis history.
I said I love him, and he said no, you don't.
He deserves to die right now, and he don't deserve no legal rights.
I still love them, but I didn't kill their parents.
Therefore, we, the jury, unanimously find that the punishment for the defendant Jessie Dotson shall be death.
Man, that's crazy, man. And the sick thing about it, man, we when we first seen this shit, we was like, damn, this fool is crazy, man. What made him want to do some shit like that? Because we was keeping up on, because we seen it on 48 hours, like they said. Then we seen it after the 48. That's when he was going to court and everything and shit. And he was still fighting. But I'm thinking in my eyes, I thought they said that they been executed him, but they never did. So he's still in there trying to fight and get out or whatever he trying to do. That's some fucked up ass shit. I thought they been, I swear I thought they did, man. But look it, man, all I want to say is, man, this shit is crazy, man, because first of all, bro, you have no heart. You have no forgiveness. You have no type of sympathy. You feel me? You say you love them. Love don't make you stab and beat the people you love. You dig what I'm saying? Love don't make you murder them. You feel what I'm saying? Family have differences. Friends and family have everybody have their own little differences. But you gotta control your anger, your frustration. You know what I'm saying? Your anger and your frustration force you to do that to your brother and his friends and your own nieces and nephews. You dig what I'm saying? And 3, alive to still suffer and still feel hurt in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because what you did to him, bro. That's cold-hearted. Plain old murder. They don't need to let your ass out. I thought they been put you down and shit, which I don't wish that on nobody, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, like, man, that's just because, you know, kids, man, when it comes to the kids, man, that's our future, you feel what I'm saying? Wrong too with the brothers and his friends and shit, but the kids is our future, man. You don't want to take that from us. That's why that's how you build your generation, you feel me? The future is, you know what I'm saying, as we get older, it's their time. You dig what I'm saying? And you taking that from them, like, they had a whole life ahead of them. Ain't no telling what they would have been. You know what I'm saying? Now that granny, they brother, and the other ones that's alive to this day, ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna be able to show their dad and their mom they grandkids, they graduation, they wedding, you know what I'm saying, their first prom, all that. You took that away from them, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Now, man, I'm just so crazy. This is shit just crazy, man. But I ain't gonna sit here and preach, man. I just want to say, man, that was wrong and fucked up. People go through whatever they go through, but come on, man. Jealousy and hatred, that's our downfall. You feel me? You can't be jealous and hatred of somebody else, man. If you see that person could get it, you could do the same thing, man. You had the good opportunity in front of you with your pops giving you a job. You had no right doing that to your brother, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Over your 13 years that you wasted because you choose to do that, what you did, and you know what I'm saying, murder that person, man, and to get that time. You dig what I'm saying? You can't blame that on nobody but yourself. You gotta realize that. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to thank the Warner, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. This is his video, you feel me? I'm gonna leave the description down low. You know what I'm saying? If you want to watch the whole video yourself, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And get the details on your own, you feel me? Leave the description, like I said, down low, you feel me? And like I always say, man, you gotta be mindful of your situations, man, because you never know what goes on and what people be thinking. Yeah, man, you gotta be mindful because you never know what somebody going through or what they thinking about. You dig what I'm saying? Like when he was a kid, I mean, I understand that your mama got beat in front of you. You know what I'm saying, and that probably fuck with you mentally. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I won't think that will fuck your mind up that bad where you want to go on a spree the way you did, like as a evil person. You know, like, you know what I'm saying, going around, want to rob and want to kill, and then want to take your niece and nephews out, and your brother, you took your brother and them out. You dig what I'm saying? That's plain no evilness, you feel me? And then you was telling no boy, so you being was plotting and felt some type of way. So you already had in your mind that you was finna go out and do that anyway, no matter what. So by you probably started that shit by with the coding, and then it just prolonged, you feel me? But man, man, love on your family, man. You know, hug your family, love on them, man, because, you know, that's all we got. You dig what I'm saying? Even though if we don't feel that love there, still though, man, just tell them you love them, man. Even if they don't tell you they do or don't say it back, man, just let them know that you love them. And they know that. You dig what I'm saying? Because, man, you know, family is cold-hearted, man, but, you know, regardless, man, even though we family through blood, man, hey, that's how God made it. You feel what I'm saying? That's why we call each other family, man. And, you know, family supposed to love each other, man. You dig what I'm saying? And so we could avoid sad situations like this, you feel me? You know, because you grow up with your cousin, and you grow from your cousin, then all of a sudden, or your brother or something, and then now you feel like that's your enemy. You dig what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to feel like that, and plus we shouldn't feel like that with each other. We gotta fix each other. We gotta stop letting our mind control us and control our mind. You dig what I'm saying? Let us dictate what we want our mind to do instead of letting our mind dictate what we want to do. You dig what I'm saying? Because when that mind fuck with you, bro, that's serious, man. It had you doing some crazy ass shit, you know. So you gotta open your eyes and realize, you feel me? But man, like I said, I don't want to keep y'all too long. I want to appreciate y'all, but like I say, man, I'm gonna leave this description down low for y'all to want to see the full video. The video without me reacting to it. If you want to just see the video yourself, you dig what I'm saying? And shout out to him, man. Appreciate it. The video, you feel me? Nice work he did, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, man, to all my subscribers that subscribe to my channel, man, appreciate you being loyal, man, sticking to my channel, man, and hit that bell. Don't forget, man. Hey, leave a comment down low and tell me how you feel about this situation right here, and let me know, man, like your opinion, your thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, hey, do the same thing, man. Leave a comment, leave a like, man. Hit that bell, hit that subscribe button for your boy, man. Let me know how you feel about this situation, man. You dig what I'm saying? And like I say, man, don't subscribe and unsubscribe. Stay loyal, man, because as long as you're loyal to me, I'm loyal to these videos. And regardless, they gonna come every day, man. So stay tuned, man. Good ones, man. And like I always say before I end my videos, remember, be mindful of your situations. You dig what I'm saying? But like I always say, man, to the next one. Peace.